Chapter 17. Location: Junior's World. Lance never showed up. In fact, he had moved out of the RV and disappeared without a word, absconding with Junior's automotive stuff and the money he had made at the flea market. Marissa had said, "I told you so." Even though she was glad, she still wanted to park her car in the garage. When Brent heard the story, he felt bad and made time to help his dad move the truck bed out of the way. It took some doing, then Junior went back to bed. Since Junior was spending a great deal of time sleeping, Nimbus was concerned. As time went on, nothing could get him up, and Nimbus didn't know how to help. In fact, Nimbus spent days trying to understand what he was supposed to do. He was Junior's friend, but it couldn't seem to make any difference no matter what he tried. Junior just slept, and Nimbus got more and more frustrated because he was supposed to— what? Cure him? Entertain him? Make him be able to saw a pipe again? He was sure he was failing this level. "I have no idea how to help Junior, and no one here to help me either," Nimbus shouted to the sky. Then he had an aha moment. This must be what Junior feels like, helpless. And for as strong as he used to be, Junior can no longer operate like a man. No wonder he used to get so angry. Now he feels, what's the use? And his whole family is angry and frustrated about it too. Then Nimbus was outraged. How would anyone with a disability like this, how could they not give up? He realized the whole situation was endless with no end in sight. But then he thought about Junior. He had his faith. After all, he was talking to one of God's helpers, or so he thought, but that helper was whining and having his own pity party because he wasn't getting the results he thought he should be getting. "Holy tornadoes," Nimbus said, floating around watching boats travel on the lake near Junior's house. "I have been focused on me. I need to confess to Junior about this." Nimbus hovered in the doorway of Junior's room. He was sitting in his bed watching TV with Penny snuggled at his side. She was always close at his side, in or out of bed. "Hey, Nimbus, where have you been?" "Oh, I was leaving you alone to catch up on your rest. Do you feel better?" Nimbus floated in and hung at his bedside. He no longer tried to look like an angel. "Yeah, but you aren't looking so good. What's the matter?" Junior fumbled with the TV remote and turned off the TV. "I need to confess," Nimbus said, trying to keep himself from leaking. "Okay, that always helps me." Nimbus took a breath and let it go. His out-breath caused the tissues to wave in the Kleenex box. I'm just a cloud. I'm just a cloud that is an angel's aide. I'm in training to be an angel's associate, and I've been pretending to be an angel, but I probably will never be one because I don't think I have been able to help you, but then I don't know if I ever was supposed to help you. But I sure have been learning a lot about the disabled, even though I'm probably not supposed to say disabled anymore since it's politically incorrect, even though you really are disabled." Since Nimbus saw Junior staring at him, he continued. "And I try and put myself in your shoes to see how hard it must be in your shoes, and you can't even get your own shoes on by yourself anymore. I'm sorry for your plight and have really learned a lot about compassion, but I feel so helpless, Junior. Maybe that's how you feel a lot of the time." Nimbus stopped. He was about to burst into tears and rushed into the bathroom and let go. Junior was speechless as Penny jumped down off the bed, hearing running water. She went into the bathroom, licked the water up off the floor. The cloud, half his size and totally unangel-like, drifted back out and faced Junior. He tried to smile, then fumbled for his glasses in his mask. "And I wear glasses," he said and put them on. "Cool, Nimbus," Junior said in amazement. "You're a cloud?" "Just a little old cumulus." Hence the name Nimbus," Junior said suddenly, aroused to a happy state. "I have always loved weather. I was going to be a meteorologist, but went to work for my dad instead. So you aren't upset that I'm not a real angel? I never meant to mislead you. I was afraid that in your condition you would... Wait a second. What condition is that? Junior chided. Then he laughed his infectious laugh, and Nimbus joined in. Even Penny howled. Do you know why I was sent here? Nimbus asked after a silence. You thought I felt helpless. Well, I did in the beginning of my disease, and I was very angry. But this thing has its stages and has been coming on for a long time. I guess we all are used to it and take it as it comes. I do get scared sometimes, though, but I have Mother Mary to help me, Junior said, and shifted his position by arching his back and using his head to move his upper body. And no, there is nothing you can do to help me since you're a vapor. He patted the bed, and Penny jumped up and wiggled her nose under his hand. Acceptance, Nimbus said. Maybe this was my lesson to learn about what a person with a disability must have to live with and how much courage they must have to accept it. You're a hero, Junior, with all those years of accepting. I'm not doing very good these days. These hands don't work, and I have so many thoughts going through this brain of mine that so many things I want to do, not to mention I'm reliving my past and my regrets. I know I've become very difficult to be with, as you can tell, so the Real Hero Award should go to my family. I always fight it. I get so bored, and no one can really help me, Nimbus. So I go to bed and sleep. I would help you if you told me what to do, Nimbus asked, still feeling the ache of compassion. Nimbus, you're no Lance, and that's where I need the help. Hey, don't get me wrong. I have enjoyed the diversion with you being here. He patted Penny, who was licking his hand. So I have helped you? Yeah. It's me that hasn't been too easy, but the latest that just came screeching through the bedroom door this morning was my wife informing me that we were moving back to Colorado so that more family could help take care of me. Junior shifted in bed. So you can help me. How are you at packing boxes? His laughter filled the air. That's funny, Junior, but are you okay with moving? Is that a good thing? It's a good thing for them, but it won't matter to me. Since I can't drive anymore, there goes my last freedom. Just another stage to accept. Sounds like you're doing great on the accepting and changing, Nimbus said. I'm accepting that I don't have any control and everyone else gets to control me. My sister was going to buy Marissa and me a van, only if I never drive again. Oh, that sounds like a plan, Nimbus said. Nah. She doesn't get to boss me around, so I said no way. We're fixing the door on my old piece of junk so my wife doesn't have to pull the ramp out manually. Hey, it keeps her in good shape. But weren't you going to give up driving anyway? Haven't decided, but my sister is not going to dictate to me. She thinks I'll run over some child, since one of my arms doesn't work. I'd be careful. It sounds pretty serious, Nimbus said. It's hard for me to give up driving, Nimbus. She doesn't understand. I felt I still had a little handhold on freedom when I was gripping that steering wheel. Did you explain that to her? Our whole relationship went south. But she wants to buy you the van if you don't drive anymore. I think that ship sailed. I said some mean things about our past, and she sent me a letter ending it. Junior shifted in his bed again. But I felt bad and sent her a 3-page letter back explaining all that I wanted to do was be her friend. I didn't want her money. I'm a big boy and have to face the facts, Nimbus. She's right, of course. I know I don't have the reaction skills, plus this arm is not getting any better despite rehab. He opened and closed his left hand. Can't even slide the damn bar on my phone to answer it anymore. But you will have a whole new beginning with moving back to Colorado, right? Yeah. What will your son Brent do? Nimbus asked, looking out the window, seeing his son talking to Marissa in the driveway.
He'll be staying here. He has plans to rent out our house and make some money for all of us. Better keep the place since prices are going up and could be a good investment. May even make it into a B&B.
How does this decision make you feel, Junior? About Brent staying, I mean.
He needs his own life. He needs to meet a lady and settle down. Can't do that with me in the way.
Junior patted his chest and Penny moved up and rested her head.
I'm good with it all. Maybe he'll start to like me after I'm gone, Junior chuckled.
I bet all of your relationships will get better, even with your sister. Change is like raining over a thirsty garden. You never know what will take root and grow, Nimbus said, floating close to the window.
You're getting too philosophical for me, Nimbus.
Yeah. So this must be my cue to go back to the angel realm. I have to thank you with all my heart for being such a good cause and effect lesson.
Say what?
I understand about what happens with the cause and effect scenario, and I think I'll be able to explain this mission to Archangel Michael, Nimbus said.
So you were telling the truth about knowing Archangel Michael?
Oh, yes, he's really my boss.
Then you can do something for me, Nimbus, Junior said, patting Penny on the head.
Oh, sure, anything.
Put in a good word for me to your boss. Archangel Michael could have some pull when it's my time. I want to have all the points I can get.
Junior, I can assure you that you probably will get your wings before me, Nimbus said, his eyes tearing up. Goodbye, my friend, and thank you again.
Goodbye, Nimbus. I'll miss you, but then I have all those cars out there in the yard to get running. I told my wife I'm taking them with me.
He struggled to move and Penny jumped down. He grabbed at his manual wheelchair and wrestled himself in, like he had done 1,000 times before. As he worked to roll the chair over to the window, he looked out and saw Marissa get into her car.
My poor wife, he said with a smile. Then the air was filled with his jovial laughter.
Nimbus floated up on its vibration and out the open window, having no trouble passing through the screen, as Junior watched and raised his good hand to wave goodbye.